Guys, tell me something. So then, at least out of 11 members. Can you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good, good. Okay, so this is IPv6 addresses. I explained for one batch because we have a lot of time that time. Okay, so I just see this is complete all zero IPv6 address means 32 hexa zeros are there. One block. This is like a one block, right? And this is totally 8 blocks are there. One block means 4 zeros, means 4 hexa numbers. So each zero is 4 zeros again. Okay, because one hexa number represent 4 binary bits. Okay, 4 binary bits. So if you write like this, means it is this part. Only I'm writing here this part 0 0 1 0. That is 2. Next is 0. Next 0. Next 0 like this. Okay. So what is this? Public unicast. Okay, public IP address is unicast here. Global unicast IP address, public IP address it is. It represents like this /3. /3 means the first three, these bits, binary bits are constant. Remaining things can be changeable. Means here in this one, this is constant, remaining can be changeable. Like this is 201, 202, like this it will keep on changes. Finally, it is like this. It means the global unicast range is from 2000 like this. This is entirely starting one. Ending one is like this. 3FF, FF, 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 like this it will come. Okay. These are different private IP addresses and used IP addresses also. Okay. In IPv6, we have private IP, unique local IP address, private IP, or a unique local IP address. This is the range. Okay. That's time I explained it. Link local, self-generated, system-generated IP address, like APIPA. Okay. So many other differences. Just repeat that one. So whenever we got a time, really in the next time when we meet, that's IPv4 type v6. Just you must know the difference between IPv4 and IPv6. That differences I already told. Okay. So these things we will discuss if possible. Okay. But now we will discuss about the protocols and OSI. Okay. In basic requirements for a network. Basic requirements. Okay, it's not showing that one. Only basics. Basics requirements. So basic requirement, it is showing basic requirements to form a network. So we discussed up to IP address. One is protocol. You see what is protocol, then we'll directly continue the OSI model. Again, I can't take a break. I will see what we can do. The first part is protocols. Guys, first one we discuss connecting devices, right? Connecting the device. To connect a device to the network, what we require, the required NNIC is required. Okay, you want to connect a device, either wired type of connectivity or wireless type of connectivity. Maybe your laptop, or maybe a mobile phone, maybe your desktop, maybe your smart TV. Okay, you are connecting to the network to share information, data, or resources through network. To communicate in the network, you need a connect your devices to network. For that one, you need a NIC. That's what we are discussed, right? What we need is NIC. Network interface card. Okay, that one we have seen. Next, to connect, we need some media. Either you're connecting using cables, like UTP cables, or maybe you can use fiber optical cables to connect with the fiber optical NICs. Okay, fiber optical way you can connect it. Normal Ethernet cables, you can use CAT cables, UTP, STP cables you are connecting. Wirelessly, you can able to connect it in case of it's a wireless access type of things, wireless devices, wireless based connectivity like mobile phone, laptops, wirelessly can connect it. For connecting, we need cables. Okay, like a UTP, STP cable or fiber optical cable, depends upon what type of NICs and what type of devices you are using. Or wireless type of connectivity also you can do it. 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz type of frequency bands we can able to connect it. Okay. First one. Second point completed. Third point. Devices. We can use different devices to different types of communication. For LAN, we can use hub or switch type of devices. For connecting from LAN to WAN means one network to another network. To communicate from one network to another network, what we need is a router. You want to connect it to internet, what we need is modem. Okay. And you want to connect wirelessly means you need a wireless access point. Of course, you can use your Wi-Fi router for connecting both wirelessly, wired as a modem for connecting to internet also. So discuss about it devices. And finally, we are getting connected. Now we want to communicate. For communicating, two important things. One is to address is required and another is from address is required. To whom you are communicating, that address is required. From which device you are communicating, that device also required a address, right? So here, the address is we are using logical addresses. What we address is logical address because logically we can manage a different network wise. Okay, logical network. Logical address is required. What is the logical address? What logical address we are using is we are using IP address. In that one again IPv4 address, IPv6 address. Most of us we are using IPv4 nowadays. Still we are using IPv4. Maybe in the future, maybe complete globally we can be able to use IPv6. But IPv6 is used by so many private organizations and some countries also, including Germany, Japan also. And some small countries also it is used. like Zio, IPv6 it is using. Okay. So which IP address type you want to access, that we can configure. So first of all, we have to configure IP address to our systems. Either you configure manually, will go and configure IP address manually, or you will get an IP address automatically. You want to get IP address automatically means what you need a DHCP server. DHCP server. This DHCP server provide IP addresses. Provide IP address means it will assign IP addresses to our client devices, or you can configure manually. Different classes depends upon what type of network you are using, private network, public connectivity, private only communication, public voice communication, private IP address, public IP address. Size of the network, 200 computers or 300 computers. Okay. Your number of devices is less than 254 or less than 65,534 or 16 million, less than 16 million IP devices. So it depends upon it. Okay. Yes. What class of IP address? Either class A or class B or class. Up to here, we discuss. So NICs, cables, devices, IP address. Then what is the left? Is protocols. What is this protocol? For example, DHCP server. DHCP is a protocol. For example, there is a web server. I want to access a website from this web server. I want to access its website from that web server. Okay. So how you will ask this? I want to access your web server. You know its IP address, or maybe you know the web server name. But how you will ask? I want to access your website using a protocol. Using a protocol. Example, HTTP protocol for web accessibility. HTTP protocol. Maybe you want to communicate a mail communication. Mail communication. So there is a mail server. You want to send and receive mails from this mail server. You want to send a mail to someone. It means you have to use the protocol called SMTP protocol. You want to receive your mail. You open your gmail.com and you see all your mails there. That is, you are receiving your mail. You're checking your mails. Okay. So you can use protocol called POP3 or IMAP version 4. One second. ఒక టైం అక్కడ ఉంది, ఇంకో టైం ఇక్కడ ఉంది. Okay. You want to upload a file, download a file, use FTP protocol. Okay. You know, this time automatically synchronize means I'm getting this time automatically to my system from time server. That is NTP protocol. Okay. You log in, username, password. Okay. So that is authentication protocols like KERBEROS protocols. LDAP protocols for authentication and authorization. So like a different protocols we use in the network. Okay. So the protocols, what is it is, it defines what type of communication, what type of mail communication, web related communication, remote access related communication, okay, authentication related communication, file upload or download. So different, what type of communication you want to do. So your client and servers will understand that what kind of communication it is by the protocols only. Okay. Okay. Understand guys somewhat what is meant by protocols means?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Here, so generally used protocols are listed on this screen. Okay. Are listed generally used protocols. Okay. HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, SMTP, SMTP, POP3, IMAP, and TFTP, DHCP, DNS, NTP, KERBEROS, LDAP, okay, SNMP. This is about a port numbers part only. That's why I am not, there's no doubts for it. Okay, just for additional things. So I open a website, see this HTTPS. This one, HTTPS. Okay, or if I open this, okay, Java T point got changed to T point. Just now it is changed. This is actually Java T point. Now it has become just T point.com. Tpointtech.com. So it is HTTP. Yes. Okay. So I will tell S and HTTP. Simple to say HTTP or HTTPS both are for web related access only, web based access only. Web based access purpose we use protocol is HTTP or HTTPS. Difference is HTTP data can be trackable, means there is no end-to-end encryption. In your WhatsApp, you are getting end-to-end encryption, means you can see your message and your recipient also can, means other person can also see your message, right? Means the destination, who are there, other side. But in between, no one can able to see your message, means even they capture your data, but they can't able to understand your data because data is encrypted. So in HTTPS, same thing, what are the data you are sending and receiving, that entire data is encrypted. Entire data is encrypted. So HTTPS is nothing but secure. S means like a secure. HTTPS or HTTP over SSL to encrypt the HTTP data. Secure socket layer. Port number is 443. HTTP port number is 80. Okay. HTTP, no encryption, HTTPS with encryption. That's why most of our current websites are HTTPS. Data encryption is compulsory right now. Mainly mailing communication and all. FTP. So you can able to upload a file, download a file, you can access the file content using FTP, file transfer protocol. You can upload and download the files. SSH, TELNET, and RDP. These three protocols are used to remote access related. Okay. SSH and TELNET, CLI based accesses. CLI based access. CLI-based accesses. Okay. TELNET, no encryption. I have a remote device or remote server, so I can connect from my system to remote machine. So I can use CLI-based, means command lines. I can able to connect it, like your CMD or maybe PuTTY applications. You can connect it and you can access it and you can configure it like that. Terminal-based one, TELNET. Okay, but no encryption. Encryption you have to add separately to your telnet. SSH by default it is encrypted. SSH by default it is encrypted format. Remote access purpose one. RDP, remote desktop. Generally RDPs we use for Windows servers, Windows desktops. The entire desktop environment you want to access, that is RDP protocol. Okay. SMTP, POP3, IMAP. SMTP, you're sending a mail. So you compose the mail to address, from address, you click on send. So when it is sending, so it will send with a SMTP request to the mail server. Mail server understand your protocol SMTP and it take your to address and from address and it send that mail to the to address directly. Okay. POP3. POP3 and IMAP. Both are for incoming mail purpose. Means you want to receive a mail. So you open your mail account, username, password, request will send IMAP request. And you will receive the mail from your mail server to your system. Maybe you are using a Gmail app, right, to check the mails generally, or in a laptop, you open a Google Chrome, gmail.com, that is one, you can do it. Another way is also the Gmail app. You click on Gmail app, then you'll get a mails to your mobile Gmail app directly. Okay. So what happened when you are sending from your Gmail app or from your Chrome browser, it is while you are sending, it is SMTP. To retrieve your mails, you can use IMAP mails. POP3 is also same purpose of for receiving mails. TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol, used to connect remote devices and configure, means like a uploading remote configuration file, configuring multiple devices, okay, configuring remote devices or configuring multiple, uploading configuration file to multiple devices, upload, download, backup kind of configuration file from it. That is a TFTP. To backup its configuration, to upload a configuration from our system to the remote device or download their configuration, means like a backup, or configuring multiple devices using single configuration file. That is the purpose of this TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Okay, so you are getting an IP address from DHCP server, of course, in your home from your Wi-Fi router. Okay, which is act like a DHCP server. So DHCP is to configure IP address to the client devices automatically. DNS protocol, domain name system. See, enter Java T-Point or tpoint.com, dpointtech.com, devocs.google.com, youtube.com, studio.youtube.com. See, it's all I'm trying to communicate with the names only. All I'm trying to communicate with the names. Because I don't know IP address of it. I don't know www.javatpoint.com, docs.google.com, www.youtube.com, studio.youtube.com, web.whatsapp.com, okay, mail.google.com, that is your Gmail. Okay. I don't know their IP address, their server IP address, I don't know. If I know IP address, I can able to communicate. If I don't know IP address of my destination, I can't communicate. But this DNS servers, what these DNS servers will do it. So whenever you are putting a name, your system understand, system is don't have know that IP address, like you put a youtube.com. You don't know the youtube.com server IP address. System don't know youtube.com IP address. You didn't give an IP address. System don't know its IP address. What your system will do, it send a request to the DNS server. Check in your IP address configuration, put IP config, all configuration. Okay, IP config space / all. See, there is a DNS server address. So it will send a request to this DNS server. I want a IP address of www.youtube.com or studio.youtube.com, www.facebook.com, mail.google.com. Okay. What it is? So what is this DNS server do it? It will give the IP address of it. So you open t-point, okay, java-t-point.com, okay, you open java-t-point.com or t-point, okay. When you open it, so your system don't know this server IP address, www.tpointtech.com IP address, system don't know. It send request to this server. I want an IP address of this servers. Okay. So this DNS server, what it will do, it returns an IP address of this java-t-point.com. Then system send and receive the data to this server. Okay. To this server. So this is the IP address of this www.t-point.tech. But actually it is restricted to access with the IP address. Only we should access with a name only. HTTPS site, so // Okay, so this site cannot provide secure, some issues are there. Okay, and if you find google.com or gmail.com, it can be easy. Ping mail.google.com. It is mail.google.com's IP address. Okay, that's our IP. I will try, I will get something. Not a Google search. HTTP, yes, // Site is connecting, but what it is showing, like it went to the google.com directly. Okay. It is taking us to the google.com. That's reverse capture. Okay. So point is, what is DNS, guys? So when you're trying to access a remote system with the name, because you don't know IP address, request from your system, request sent to the DNS server, DNS servers, request sent to the DNS server to get an IP address of your remote system. Okay, it can be like it can be a website. It can be a website or maybe any system in your network. So DNS server give you IP address of that one. Okay, separate explanation is there. So just like your mobile phone contact list is a example for that one. Okay, so NTP, network time protocol. So already I told I am getting this time from the time server. I'm getting this time synchronization from a time server. See, my time server is time.windows.com. Time.windows.com. From this server, based on my time zone, I'm getting this time configuration. It is used in a mainly in enterprise network. There are so many servers, devices, clients, so many are there. So we need a follow one time cycle, one type of time only for everyone should follow the same time synchronization. Then only authentication is become easy and it will become secure. So this is a NTP part. KERBEROS and LDAP used for authentication, mainly KERBEROS protocol using Microsoft Active Directory services. SNMP. SNMP. Okay, simple network management protocol used in monitoring purpose mainly. Okay, so I have a huge infrastructure, switches, routers, storages, okay, servers, lot of servers are there. I want to monitor how it is going on. Is it turn on, down, unexpected down? Okay. I want to monitor so then I know what is the status of this infrastructure. That is, I use this protocol to get that information called SNMP. Okay. So these are all commonly used protocols. Not only these protocols, guys, there is so many protocols, port numbers are available. And how to remember? Remember based on the services. Web means HTTP, HTTP, yes. Is it done now? This is one of my Linux machine. Okay. So it's my website. This is my website. You can see its protocol is HTTP protocol. Okay, it's HTTP protocol. It's not showing, it's showing only secure. Okay? HTTP // This is my website running in there, that system. Okay? HTTP. It's a server with HTTP I'm accessing, so I'm getting web page. Okay, same system. Okay, next one. Same system I'm accessing. I want to do something in it, right? Okay. I want to do some configuration. For example, that server is not available in my laptop. It's there in somewhere in my data center. It's in my server room, or maybe somewhere it is located. So I know it how to connect it. So see, I'm connecting with SSH, remote access. Okay, so I want something I want to configure it. So I'm connecting using PuTTY application, SSH protocol, and server IP address. Accept. Appearance I'm going to increase for that one only. Maybe this is little bigger. Yeah. So I'm logging to that server only. If I want to manage that web server, website, or maybe I want to configure something, I want to install something from here, I can do it. Okay. You can see this is root NSD 3 Linux one, right? Host name, IP see host name and IP address. Whose system? This system only. This system only. I'm accessing this system remotely using SSH protocol. And the connectivity is encrypted by default. Okay, different types of communication. This is the web-related communication. This is remote access related communication. And this is just to check whether I can able to communicate it to that system or not. Just to check whether I can able to communicate to that system or not using ping command. This is another type of communication. Okay. So in this one, I use HTTP protocol. In this one, I use SSH protocol. In this one, I use ICMP protocol. ICMP protocol. Different protocols, different types of communication. Guys, understand this? System is same. Understand different protocols?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these are the protocols and their port number: HTTP 80, HTTPS 443, okay, FTP 2021, SSH 20, TELNET 23, RDP 3389, SMTP 25, POP3 is 110, IMAP is 143, TFTP is 69, DHCP 67, 68, TNS 53, NTP 123, KERBEROS 88, LDAP 389, SNMP 161, 162. Some protocols are double protocols are there. So port numbers are two port numbers are there for some. How to remember, guys? Protocols and their port numbers always read based on the what service it is belongs to. Web related HTTP, HTTPS, HTTP 80, HTTPS 443. File upload and download related FTP, file transfer protocol 2021 port number. Remote access related SSH, TELNET, RDP. These three are a remote access protocol. SSH 22, TELNET 23, RDP is bigger, it's 3389. Mail communication related protocols SMTP 25, POP3 is 110, IMAP is 143. Okay. TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. Trivial File Transfer Protocol. Maybe if you are getting understand, good to remember, it is 69 port number. DHCP, DNS, both are related to IP address. One is assign IP address to your device, that is DHCP, port number 6768. Another one is DNS, which tells IP address of some device. IP address of some device based on your name, you give a name, it will tell its IP address. Okay, IP address of some device, remote host configuration. Okay, port number is 53. NTP, Network Time Protocol. It is synchronize the time with the time server. 123 is easy to remember. NTP, Network Time Protocol 123. Okay, KERBEROS and LDAP. Authentication, user login, access permissions. Okay, authentication. Okay. Port number is 88 KERBEROS, LDAP is 389. SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol, mainly used in a monitoring 161, 162. Okay, so you have to try at least 3-4 times, then only you can able to remember easily. But service based, you remember. So you will understand service, you will understand protocol, you will understand port numbers also. Okay, not a one sitting, you can't remember. That is very difficult anyway. And there is some protocol based things also. What are these protocol based? Means this it's not like a not only direct protocol, it is like a application connections. Okay, here, these are all protocol and their port number. Application based accesses, their port numbers also there. For example, MySQL server you want to connect, remote database server it is. MySQL database server you want to connect from your system. So you must know MySQL server, IP address, okay, and user login name, password is required to connect, and you should require their port number. So by that port number, you're sending with that port number means the remote system will understand your request for MySQL related services, then it will connect it to MySQL server database server. Same for Oracle. Oracle DB TNS listener, that is 1521. Tomcat is a kind of web server and application server. When you send a request with the Tomcat request, see this is just HTTP, basic Apache HTTP kind of stuff. But for this same server, already Tomcat is also installed. Okay, already Tomcat is also installed. So I want to connect that Tomcat application. Then I have to use that Tomcat server port number 8080. It won't open. I have to start that service. So I'm starting remotely with SSH one. Okay. So it is started. So it is I'm connecting to my application server. Tomcat application. Same server. Okay. Same protocol, HTTP only. But different port number means this port number indicates some service. In this case, it is Tomcat application it is connected. Okay. Tomcat application is connected. This is inside this Tomcat. I have a web application, so I'm connecting to that web. See, complete different thing. Completely different. So that is what it is, protocols and port numbers. Okay. The protocols represents what type of communication. Port numbers represents what protocol it is. Port numbers are representation of this protocol. Okay. Protocols we for our understanding. Port number is for their service related understanding. Understand guys, protocols and their port numbers. People are keep on leaving.